Hi everyone, today I'm out in City of Rocks National Reserve and I'm on the hunt for something. While it might be springtime, which we usually think is a time of growth, right? New wildflowers are blooming, the trees are getting green leaves. Well, I'm looking for decomposers and signs of decomposition. That is the process when living things like plants and animals die and their bodies and parts begin to decompose or break down into their basic nutrients. And so I'm on the hunt for any signs of decomposition. Join me. This leaf litter, located at the base of a Utah juniper tree, is a good example of organic matter. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, or FAO, defines organic matter as any plant and animal material that returns to the soil and goes through the decomposition process. So these pine cones, pine nuts, little juniper berries, and pine needles are all examples of organic matter. Right now in City of Rocks, you'll find these bright yellow flowers all over the place. These are known as arrowleaf balsam root. They're an example of a producer. Producers are usually plants, like flowers, even this prickly pear cactus, trees. Producers make their own food. Do you know how they make their own food? Well, trees and other plants use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to make sugars that help them grow. They also produce oxygen, which we breathe. And all of this is the process known as photosynthesis. Cows are an example of a consumer. They need to consume food. They can't make it themselves. They have to eat grass and grains in order to grow. We are consumers as well. Decomposers break down dead things, such as a tree when it falls, or this pine cone, or these dead pine needles. They will also decompose dead animals and feces from animals and humans. They will break these things down into their basic nutrients and return those nutrients into the soil. This is called nutrient cycling. Those nutrients, such as phosphorus, carbon, potassium, and so much more, will then return to the soil and help new things grow. Think of all the new wildflowers that are growing here in City of Rocks. Those are helped by the nutrients that maybe came from a dead tree or a dead mouse from last year. Again, this is called the process of nutrient cycling, and decomposers are so helpful in returning the nutrients from what was once living, like a mighty pinyon pine, to help new animals and plants grow. Looking at this leaf litter, and I dug it up a little bit, these white threads that kind of look like mold, these are called hyphae, and they are connected in a fungal web known as mycelium. Mycelium is a network used by fungi to gather nutrients. Check out this giant mushroom. A mushroom is a classic sign of decomposition. This tree is now dead, This fungus has taken advantage of that, and it is feeding off of the nutrients that were inside this tree. Another sign of decomposition is this dead animal bone I found. Now there's not really any meat left on this bone, which means it's pretty old, and it's been picked over by scavengers, which are animals that eat dead things, as well as maybe some decomposers, things like bacteria and microorganisms that ate away at the skin and fur that used to be part of this animal. Thanks so much for joining me out here in City of Rocks National Reserve today. I hope you had fun looking really close at the soil to learn about decomposition.